sense to you. And I'm sorry about that. I'm just gonna start at the beginning, with the house. I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms. Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately. I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral. In her will, my mother left me a key but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought the mystery would be enough to bring me back. Driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints. The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I have questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to. The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it. As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house. I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't. Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
11歳の方がってことは今何歳なんだろうこの人。いろいろ工具とかかけられてるハンダとかもあるし。普通の家。
For the first time in years.
2010年。
I felt like I was home. But instead of a family, there were just memories of one. The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture. Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit. Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house. Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library. After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes. As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of. My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin. Edie's father Odin built the original house. Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it. Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947. I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up. Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him. Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead. I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage. I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here. before my mom sealed the doors.
あ、ここもドア封じられてたってこと？
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
お腹ペコペコ。なになになになに。ネズミの餌。それ
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
腹壊すぞ。トイレや。
I ate a lot of things that night.
それ食べれんの？やべえじゃん。ほらほらほら。
I kept eating and eating.
いや、それ歯磨き粉だってさすがにまずいよ。まずいって。やっちゃったよ、この人。死ぬよ、本当に。
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
鳥の鳴き声。金魚は食べねえの？さす
It
がに
was
そ
a
れは
barn
捕まえらん
swallow
ねえって。
going back to her nest. I reached out for
無
her.
理だって。ほらね。
And suddenly,
何？
I was a cat.
猫になる。バカじゃないの？
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
なんで猫になったの？またんかい。
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired.
疲れてるのか
Now
ね。
I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up,
あー、危ない。落ちたじゃん。
and suddenly I was an owl. First,
次は
all I
黒です
heard
か？
was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
どうしようと。
Rabbits.
ラビッツ。ラビッツ。やっちゃったよ。
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
どう大きいの？
A mama rabbit.
やだよ。あー、やっちゃった。
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
サメになった。そんな無理がある。マジか。
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever. I wanted fat, juicy seals.
贅沢だな。 ちゃダメなの？どこにいんの？確かいた。ヒレだけ食べたの？めっちゃ血出てる。
Grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
うわ、ヘビ。
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere. I was big, and I moved real quiet.
マジか。マジで
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
危ないよ。来るよ。ヘビ？
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And to cross the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
What? 人んちに出てくるってこと？どっかの家の便所に出たよ。
I got closer and closer.
え？これさっきの家やん。
All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again.
あ、やばいやばいやばい、下にいるよ。
But I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to be, and we both know I will be delicious.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
どういうこと？
I can't describe it, but I felt like some part of Molly was still here.
あ、それでこれ？フクロウとかウサギとか。どこ行くの次？普通に開くんじゃん。
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
酸素ボン
Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
誰それ？
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
え、何このもっさもさの部屋。
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace. Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
モグラ男。 まだ続きある感じこれ。
Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
家さらわれた。
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore in their new home. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
あ、てかもうこれあれにしよう。 そこはもう見た。 もう終わってんじゃんこれ。はい。
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
次どこ？ そっちじゃないね。
Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones.
イディはいい人。まだなんかあんのこの部屋。
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
なかったんかい。いけないね。どこ行けばいいんだろう。これか。
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
イディは有名人になりましたと。ヒントが少ないな。次どれ？どれ？こっちとかいけんの？いけません。こっちもいけません。どこ行けばいいんだろうこれ。ここもいけません。何も触れねえ。どうしよう。積み？軽く積んだ感じか。あ、それは違うわ。
Great Grandma had always been the family's biggest fan.
ひいおばあちゃんは家族のファンだった。そうですか。この部屋、ほんとひどい。どうしよう。それだけ？もう行こうよ、次のとこ。で、ひいおばあちゃんがファンだったのは分かったって。本当に何もないじゃん。どうすんの？ ガチャガチャいってる。どこよ本当に。軽く積んでんだけど。次のとこ行こう。この部屋飽きた。本当に何もないんだけど。どうしよう、これおばあちゃんが使ってたミシンでしたとか、そんなんでいいじゃん。何気に食わねえの。行こう。行ってくれよ、頼むっつ。謎。あ、それは違う。どうしよう。何してんの本当に。カエルがありましたとか、そんなんでいいじゃん。本当に何も起きねえ。ひどいな。ここら辺なんかありそうなんだけど。わかんねえマジで。誰か助けて、フィレンチさん。コートが開かねえもんな。つらい。マジいけない？いけねえ。閉じ込められた。どうしよう。これは困った。あるじゃん。トイレの神様の方。
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
すげえ。
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down. I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin, and that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
また階層に入る。足骨折してるよ。なんでブランコしなきゃいけないの俺ゲームで。初めてだわゲームでブランコしたの。
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
いろんなゲームしたけどブランコするゲームは初めてです。しかも足折れてるし。そういうこと両方の足でやんのこれ。
At Barbara's funeral, we swore he'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
うるさいな、今ブランコやってんだ。
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was
もう俺は
impossible.
止まんねえぞ。
Maybe if I
ブラ
hadn't
ン
said
コ
that.
に俺はなるんです。
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up,
ヒャフー。
then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
これやべえじゃん。えいったー。
The day he made up his mind to fly,
飛ぶんかい。
he
い
did.
やあの子どこ行ったの。
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing. After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
もうこの部屋ない感じかな。あるじゃん。めっちゃトリッキーな家。めっちゃ回るじゃん。はい、隠し部屋の登場。
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
こっちでいいのかな。こっちは
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star. I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
ハッピーバースデー。ケーキ腐ってんのこれ。バイオのセーブポイントあるし。
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family.
何言ってるか全然わかんねえ。
The surprise ending of Barbara Finch.
バーバラ・フィンチ。
As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up, a has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
成長してない。
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
へえ、あのところそんなやつだったのね。
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
え、何この絵の中でも動くの？松葉杖をしてる。
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
はい、武器を装備しました。急にそういうのになる。ほら、来いや。来いや。
There is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
松葉杖アタック。家族を突き刺し食べた。やべえやつじゃん。どこにいんのそれ。こっちか。おお。松葉杖アタック。ほら。
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your screen.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she's kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep, watching the
late
show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
承知しねえぞ。松葉杖アタックだぞ。これ本当何のゲーム？こら。
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
後ろから来てるよ。
I returned, saw the Hookman, and
フックマン。
was speechless.
そこ悲鳴でしょ。あ、松葉杖。松葉杖。
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
どこに抜け道あるの？これ？
She played her part beautifully.
ここさっきの部屋か。ってことは窓から？
She thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it.
え、窓じゃない？ ほら。核入れてこいって。あいつに核入れるの？いねえじゃん。
She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was.
うおー、びっくり。警察？
At the door, she started whispering.
何
From inside the house.
何来たの？あ、後ろ危ないって。
Oh dear.
くだらん。
She saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen.
何が起きんの？
Going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent.
どういうことやねん。
She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they've ever found of her.
ボールの中に何あったの？うわお。
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
はい、物語はこれでおしまい。
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
とりあえず分かったのはバーバラは松葉杖おばさん。あ、そのこれ松葉杖じゃねえわ。よいしょ。
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
そう、耳があったからね。辛くなってきたな。オルゴールどこだっけ？これか。めっちゃ回す。出てくる。それでも回すと鍵が抜ける。これを刺して開ける。で、普通な感じじゃん、下。
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
普通じゃん。
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
プレゼントあんの？
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that. I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone.
めっちゃ暗いよ。
She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
お、6人
If there's a
さんいら
pattern
っ
in
しゃ
all
い
these
ます。
stories,
共通点？
I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
ああ、よくないね、そういう赤字で書かれてる。
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive the week.
めっちゃ冷静やん。
But after a few days, I settled into a routine.
難しいな、乾けんの。
That's what kept me sane.
あ、来た来た。簡単簡単。
Having a schedule living for today.
何のこれ
I always expected to be dead tomorrow.
またやるのそれ
But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
もう一回やらないかんそれ
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal.
さすがに2回目はうまいよ
Almost
かけ
friendly.
それ何食べてんの
And then one day, everything just
また
stopped.
自信ならないじゃん
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being
ピ
afraid.
ーチか桃か
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years.
ないじゃんもう
I'm done waiting.
ついに攻めるとき
I
が来
have
た
to leave. Well, I still can.
マジでこの家どうなってんの
I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara
なんかいいの
and Molly and Calvin.
はい武器を
Maybe
装備
this
します
is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day. Even if it kills me.
めっちゃハンマー振ってんじゃん
Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it.
この世界そんな世
I'm
界
going
な
to
の本
appreciate
当に
all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be
奇
happy.
跡の生還です
I can already imagine the sun on my face.
聞かれたのマジかはいこの人終わり
Walter died when I was 6.
ウォルターは
I
惹かれ
can't
て
believe
死
my
亡
mom never told me he was down here.
この人ねこの人電車にひかれたのね
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me. Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
そうだよね家の
I
下にお
don't
じ
want
さ
to
ん
make
隠
the
した
same
の
mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself
でも家から出たよこれ
and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
ああ死んでんだねやっぱりでもそういうのないよ
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family.
あなたに家族のことを知ってほしかった
And the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
いやー、途方に暮れてるというかね。
I think people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
話がぶっ飛びすぎ。
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible. I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
確かに。
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils are mine, and 2 had been my fault. Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery. I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
何あれ?
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
ああ、あれが前の家か。まだ覗かなきゃダメ？もういいよね。
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
音が声登る。
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
今22週目なの？そんなことしてる場合じゃねえって。
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense. Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it. Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
部屋。
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
さっきのカエル。ノリノリじゃんこの子。
I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
カエルを動かせるんかい。
Hold on, Susie. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw. What his world was like. He reminded me so much of Captain. Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was, he saw it. It sure made him happy.
何これ。
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Could I?
I wish you could have told us about the world he saw. There's so much I don't understand about Gregory, about everything. But I know what happened wasn't your fault.
He want
to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
赤ちゃん溺れて死んだってこと？セーブ終わったし、ここら辺にするか。じゃあお疲れ様でした。